So permanent tissue. What is permanent tissue? What happens when the cell formed meristematic tissue? They take up a specific role and lose the ability to divide. As a result, they form a permanent tissue. The process of taking a permanent shape, size and a function is known as differentiation. So permanent tissues are those type of tissues that has no capacity to divide their cells. Okay. Now first thing, in the process of taking a permanent shape, size, if they are not able to divide their cell, then their shape and size are fixed. So the process of taking a permanent shape, size and function are known as differentiation, and differentiation leads to develop of various types of permanent tissue. Let us talk about the first type of permanent tissue, which is simple permanent tissue. Let us see a few layer of cell. The epidermis are generally simple permanent tissue. Parenchyma is the most common simple permanent tissue. It consists of relatively unspecialized cell with thin cell wall. So first of all, in permanent tissue, the uppermost layer is said to be epidermis. Then after it comes parenchyma, which is common in every permanent tissue, which consists of unspecialized cell with cell wall. So cell wall is the outermost covering of cell. They are living cells basically. Simple permanent tissue consists of living cells. They are usually loose arranged, thus large shape between cell and found in this tissue. This tissue generally stores food. In some situation, it contains chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis, and then it is called chloroenchyma. So in some situation, whatever the permanent tissue that consists of, that contain chlorophyll and they perform photosynthesis, and then that is said to be chloroenchyma. Chloroenchyma are those type of cell which perform photosynthesis. In aquatic plants, large air cavities are present in parenchyma to help them float. You can see so many plants available on the surface of pond, on the surface of lake. They all are made up of parenchyma. It means that there is a large air space, air cavity are present into it, that makes able to float on the surface of water, and such parenchyma are known as arenchyma. The flexibility of plant is due to another permanent tissue which is known as collenchyma. So parenchyma, chloroenchyma, arenchyma, collenchyma, these all are permanent tissue, okay, that consist of so many cells that perform some function. So collenchyma is type of permanent tissue that enable plants flexible. Flexible means this is flexibility, okay, but this is rigid, it is not flexible, okay, but this is flexible, okay. The flexibility in plant is due to another permanent tissue which is known as collenchyma. It allows bending of various parts of plant like tendrils and stems of climber without breaking. It also provides mechanical support. We can find this tissue in leaf stalk below the epidermis. The cell of these tissue are living, elongated and irregularly thickened at the corner. There is very little intercellular space between them. Okay, you can see these are the figures. These are the structures of permanent tissue. Various types of simple tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. So please draw this and made short note about differences between plants and animals tissue. Then after meristematic tissue, permanent tissue, and next one is simple permanent tissue. Yet another type of permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. In this, it is the tissue which make the plant hard and stiff. You have seen the husk of a coconut. It is made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. The cell of this tissue are dead. Okay, that makes hard and stiff. Okay, so it is another type of permanent tissue named sclerenchyma. So in simple permanent tissue, there are so many types of tissues are there. I repeat once again: parenchyma, chlorenchyma, arenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Often they are long and narrow as the wall are thickened due to lignin. Often these walls are so thick there are no internal space inside the cell. You can see figure 4.6.4c. This tissue is present in stems around vesicular bundles and in the veins of leaf and in the hard covering of seed and nuts. It provides strength to the plant part. Okay, so basically it consists of dead cell, and this is all about sclerenchyma. Okay, in next lecture we proceed this chapter. Okay, so for today it's enough, and please start to making notes of this chapter 6 and also read this chapter carefully. Thank you.